Here is an introduction to the different parts of Git Bash. So I'm going to open up Git Bash right now, and you'll see this black window. We are currently listening to Purple Nurple featuring Goldfish by Alex from CC Mixter. Sorry. Okay, so when you first open up Git Bash, it says welcome to Git, and it has this thing up here, MinGW32. That's short for minimum GNU for Windows 32-bit. And it has this green text right here, Ozloy at oz-vista. That is my username, and that on this computer. Ozloy is my username on this computer, and then an @ sign, and then oz-vista. Oz-vista is the name of this computer. This tilde is the current working directory, and that will be explained later. You can think of it as where you are in the prompt, or in the shell. This whole thing is referred to as a shell or bash or a terminal. And this $sign is known as the prompt, and the blinking thing, that's your cursor, and if you start typing, that's where stuff comes out. So if I hit A, it comes out right there, right where the blinking thing is. So if I type ASDF, it comes out like that, and I can hit backspace. And the basic interaction is you type a command and then you hit enter, and then the terminal does whatever the command was, or if it can't, it tells you that it couldn't. Whoops. Okay, and so if I type a command and then I hit enter, it performs that command. If I type another command and I hit enter, it performs that command, and it does exactly what I ask it to do, and nothing more and nothing less. So, you can see here it failed to do a command and it printed out some error. And here it succeeded in a command and it printed out nothing. We'll go over exactly what these commands are in a later video. But that's the basic setup for commands on Git Bash. Usually they'll do exactly what you tell them to and nothing more. So if you tell them to do something other than printing output, they won't print any output. For example, right here, it didn't print any output. That means it succeeded. And generally, if a command fails, it will print some output. And if it doesn't print some output, usually that's a sign that the program is broken. Yeah, that we just listened to Purple Nurple by Goldfish, featuring Goldfish by Alex from CC Mixter, and that's it. Those are the different parts of the Git Bash.
Hello everybody, welcome to a quick demonstration of Git commands. This is sort of like a little video cheat sheet for working with Git commands. I'm using the CodeAnywhere.com interface. I previously did another video showing you how to use Code Anywhere to create a website and publish it through GitHub Pages. This works with the same source files, and so you can work with any repo to do this, and the goal here is to just review the basic Git commands. So the first thing when I come back to a project that I like to do is refresh myself with where I am. So run a git status command. Git status will give you a result. It will show you any changes that you have. So now it says I'm on the branch GH pages and my branch is up to date with my origin. I can make a change. And then if I run git status again, it now shows me that I've modified index.html. If I wanted to add that to my repository, that change is a change that I want to keep, then I can run git add index.html. And I've now added that file, so if I run a git status, I'll now see that that file name is turned green, and that is now in my staging area, so it will be included in my next commit. I can now commit this change with git commit, and I'm going to use the -m flag and then send in a message in quotes. And I'm going to say updated index file. And now I can push, so I can say git push, and it's telling me a bunch of stuff here. I've not configured my Git installation on this development box to really work in a very elegant way. But what you can see here is that in the end, it actually did exactly what I wanted to, because that is the default behavior on these boxes. So it did push these changes to the GH Pages branch. So now GitHub would be publishing those on the GH Pages branch. That's pretty much how you would come back and do additional work. You should always save your work after you finish any work session or after you finish any major improvement to your project. And when you commit and push your work, that's like doing an off-site backup. So once it's committed and pushed up to GitHub, whatever happens on Code Anywhere, if your development area goes all bonkers, then you can delete that whole development area and recreate it, and you don't lose any work because you pushed all of your work up to GitHub. This is a very smart idea to keep synced up with GitHub and to keep your work there with GitHub. So I just want to show you, once again, we run git status. We see that there's nothing changed here. We can come in, we'll add a paragraph. Let's do work. We'll save that. We come in here, we run git status. We now see that the index.html is changed. We add that to our staging area so that we can commit it. Git add index.html. Then we run git status again, and we see that that's in the staging area. So now we can commit it. Added additional content to index.html. And we push, and we get the same big warning, but in the end, we see that it in fact pushed our changes to our repo. So that is how we can come back, do more work, and push more changes. I'm going to show you a couple of other commands now, just for moving within your repository. Remember that branches are individual and independent sets of files. So I'm going to switch my view here to say 2 columns, and I'm going to pull my index file over here. And as you remember, I had changes. I added this how are you, and I added this let's do work. If I switch to my other branch, git checkout master, that's the other branch that I have, you'll notice that when I open this file again in the master branch, it does not have the additional changes. So you might be afraid at first because you might think, oh no, that's horrible, I've lost all my changes. In fact, if I just check out the GH Pages branch again, and then come back over here and reopen this file, all my changes are back. So again, each branch is like a unique set of files, and that set of files is, represent some state of your project. And so you can make a branch and do some experimentation. If it doesn't work out, you can get rid of that branch. If it works out, you can do what's called merging branches together. And you can do all sorts of other things managing your code and changes. So if I wanted to create a new branch, I could use the -b flag. So git checkout -b test. And that makes a new branch based on the existing branch. So in my test branch now, if I open this index.html file, I now have all of the changes that I had in the GH Pages branch. But if I check out my master branch again, you'll notice that I don't have those changes anymore. So that's it hasn't affected the master branch. The test branch is based on GH Pages. And that's how that works. So let's see here if we can, yeah, if we refresh this file, then we can use this refresh button here to refresh the file. when we switch between branches. So that's how moving between branches works. You want to make sure that you're on the right branch, and you can do that with the git status command. It tells you you are on branch GH pages. Once you've, for the purposes of the work that you're doing in the Web Development Certificate program, once you've created the GH Pages branch, it's okay to stay on the GH Pages branch. Later on, when we start creating JavaScript applications, we'll change how we work with the GH Pages branch. But for now, that's just fine. I hope this has been a helpful little cheat sheet of Git commands. Please feel free to make a repo and do experimentation working with Git and Code Anywhere. It's really important to get comfortable with the usage of Git, and now that you have to use the command line, there's a little more of a learning curve to getting good at it. So keep that in mind, and good luck playing with Git. Take care. Bye.